The photo you took there where you're like, "Oh, I'm sending out crew stickers." Did you like superimpose those candles in? Because those look fake as shit.
They are fake candles.
All right.
It's like yeah, it's with cat. I'm not having fucking cats and candles in the house. That would be a fucking fire hazard. I got the one of my cats is literally her fur could reach the
But
other fucking room.
but the whole candle looks like it was AI.
No, it's funny. No, I didn't even look. I was trying to just make it look like a dick and see if anyone commented on the dick envelope.
The dick
Uh,
envelope.
yeah, the dick envelope. Yep, it's a good pre-show content there.
Honk, honk. Honk, honk.
And welcome back to episode 68 of the Unpaid and Underrated Podcast, a podcast by crew for crew. I'm one of your hosts, Big Keith, joined as always here by Big Joey.
As always.
As always, and we have a special guest this week, Big Ryan. I'm gonna try the Estep.
You got it. East up.
Estep. All right, good deal. So similar. So like, do you have a cousin named Dubstep or anything like that?
I do not.
That
No.
was pretty bad. That was a bad.
Yeah.
On paper,
That's-
it's literally it's E
Cut it.
Step.
Cut that.
Estep. So dubstep,
I mean,
Estep. Joey likes music.
Sadly,
I
about
don't know.
15 years ago, I heard that a lot.
Oh yeah. There it
Hey,
is, yeah.
my humor is from 15. You know, my humor is honestly from 30 years ago, but it's still close enough. All right. You drinking anything over there, Big Ryan?
I am. I am drinking Liquid Death Killer Cola.
Oh,
Nice.
the cola one. How's that? Is it good?
Not bad. Not bad at all.
Okay. Because
Yeah.
I didn't like the root beer. I felt was too sweet. Like the fruity pebble one was just disgusting. The plain water, as we talked about multiple times, is like clutch. But I don't know the cola one. I haven't seen the cola. I might try that if I see it for a one-off can. But I'm not buying a fucking 6-pack.
I like the root beer better, but if you thought the root beer was sweet, the cola will kill you.
Okay, yeah. So that is a big pass
That
on
makes
that.
sense.
I'm just got a little cherry bubbly this week. Nothing special. Pretty good though.
I got a Keats. Shocking.
Um, we're wearing some stuff tonight. I got the new Massonomics logo shirt. I'm so excited to get this.
Mine's on the way.
I know the joke is it's all the same blank, but man, this one does feel different. It's a little thinner, the neck's a little tighter, which I'm happy with. But I mean, and actually to that point, Hogan did tell me that like this comfort color shirt does have like 3 different serial code kind of. We'd have to have Big Hogan on to explain all that because he said he's had to like experiment with which comfort color he likes the best. But I'm also sure that limited color availability in certain ones. So, I don't know, but I don't know if we can believe Big Tanner when he says it's all the same blank because Hogan contradicted that.
See, I don't think we should smash the illusion. I think we should keep this
I mean, it
Tanner
is all-
illusion
yeah,
going
yeah.
on. They're all the
Yeah,
same blank.
Yeah. I mean, he's adamantly like it really is the same blank. Like in person, he's like sworn testimonially, but it's all good. Big Ryan, which one you got on tonight, bud?
At the lift shit.
One of my
Sure.
favorites.
Yes.
I
That's
have
a good
a
go-to.
I have a wrestling shirt on.
Oh wow, that's aggressive. What is that? Like a head with like shoulder pads or something like that?
It's
Or
the
head is-
Fiend.
Ah,
When he died, they did a series of shirts that they planned on releasing for him, and all the money went to his family. So I bought like 6.
that's actually really dope. So Big Christmas just wrapped up. This will be our post Christmas, post New Year show, I guess. So yeah, while you're listening to this, welcome to 2026 because this will be coming out in 2026.
Yep, you would have heard our recap episode last week.
Yes. 2 weeks ago, because last week will be big.
No,
Big Minnesota.
Big Andy
Yeah,
is when we did it. We did the recap before Big Andy.
Yeah, but last week when they hear this, last week will be Big Andy though.
Isn't that what I said?
Big Andy. No, you said last week was Christmas.
No, I
2
said
weeks.
last week was our recap.
Yeah. Well, yeah, the recap of what the.
So when they
Oh,
hear
you're
this,
right, you're
they're
right, you're
going to
right, you're
hear
right,
our
yeah.
2025 recap.
You're right. I was wrong. I was thinking the Christmas roundtable thing.
Hey man, at least you're pretty.
I am handsome some days. When I put enough AI filters on my face, I'm a handsome guy still. Yeah. Good call.
How was your Christmas?
It was good. I'm halfway through my vacation right now, I think. Just about. So I'm still at that point where it's like, maybe I should do something, but I don't want to do anything. So it's also like I have like 2 or 3 house projects that I wanted to do, and I might not do any of them. I don't really care, but I did get a fuck ton of crew stickers mailed out today, so that was the more important project of the week, I guess.
Hmm.
So I got 12 of those going to the mailbox in the morning, and Christmas was fun, overwhelming. Like we had 3
Always.
Christmases in
Yep.
like a matter of a week, and then it was just like literally the day after we did the last Christmas. My wife and I like, well, she basically wanted the house back, so like there's no sign of Christmas out there anymore. Trees gone, every
Good
decoration's
for you,
gone.
Steph. Good for you.
I was like, man, I wouldn't mind looking at my tree for another couple days, but I
No,
guess
no. See,
I'm fine with that.
I'm with Steph and Morgan's with you. She's like, I don't want to take them down. They're pretty. And I'm like, get rid of that shit.
But yeah,
Yeah, so I do all the decorating on the outside of our house, and the inside, my wife. That stuff will stay up for another week or so inside, and it's gonna. I started working yesterday on taking my stuff outside.
Yeah.
Completely different.
How was your Christmas, Ryan?
Oh, not bad. I got some new underwear, so I'm good to go for another year.
Yeah,
Nice.
genuinely, once you become a certain age, my list was I need pants for work, I need socks, and I'm almost out of my face wash. And like I can't think of literally anything else you would get me I won't buy for myself. And I think you get to that age, eh? You got kids?
I do. Yes.
There it is. And that's the big turner when I'm just like, spend $20 on me and the other 80 on them. Like
Yeah.
that every time, yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
If there's something I want, I go buy it.
yeah. My Christmas, I will get into a little more when we get into that other problem there. But yeah, same thing. It was like the 21st was my wife's birthday. So we went to her parents and we did Christmas plus her birthday. Then we have our Christmas Eve party with our friends. Then we have our Christmas Day party with my family. But again, first time in 13 years, I had Boxing Day off.
nice.
And then I had the next 2 days off.
So
And
for anyone not familiar, that is the day after Christmas. That is,
yeah, it's the
I know what
26th.
that is, but I think a lot of people do not know what that is.
Yeah. So up in Canada, Boxing Day is what it was Black Friday before Black Friday. So like we would have Christmas and then the next day we'd have retail cuts and it would be like chaos. We did that before you guys did.
Yeah.
And then Black Friday started down there. So then we picked up Black Friday. So Boxing Day fell off up here because most of the companies are on both sides of the border, obviously. So they want to boost their quarterly earnings at the same time. Yeah. So for the first time in 13 years, I was home for Boxing Day and can just won't give it back. That was awesome.
Yeah,
That was awesome.
good enough.
I had 4 days off in a row during the holidays. Never,
Beautiful.
not for 13 years.
It's a great feeling. It is. It sucks. I mean, it sucks using vacation. I mean, some of those days I'm sure you got paid off, but like being able to take vacation during the holidays, it's just
Yeah.
great.
Up here, Christmas Day and Boxing Day are paid holidays.
Nice.
And then it was Saturday, Sunday, which I just have
Mhm.
off anyway. And we did a half day on Christmas Eve, which again, I've never been able to do. It's always been no, you open to close. So you do 8 to 5 because you're the manager, you have to work. Like it was nice until Saturday hit. Let's talk about that real quick.
Yep.
I've been complaining a lot about losing weight. I started a new job. I don't know how much we got into this on Andy's episode because it was 100 weeks ago that we recorded it.
That's according to me.
my step count went from 8,000 average to 14,000 average just by switching jobs. So I lost 10 pounds. Okay, that's normal, right? Plus I'm also lifting at work. I'm exercising at work. But when you go from standing to only lifting 4 days a week to constantly moving, lifting, and then lifting 3 days a week, I lost 10 pounds. Wasn't too thrilled about it, but it is what it is. Well, on Saturday, I decided that I was going to eat some deviled eggs from Christmas. Yeah.
When were they made?
I
Were they
opened
made on
them.
Christmas Eve? Like,
I opened them, smelled them, and went, I have to tell this story because it's so stupid. Yeah. I said,
okay.
these are probably fine. And my wife went, yeah, probably. And I went, if I die, I die. So that was around 9 a.m. 7 p.m. I will tell you, was trying to get the kids to bed so that I could give the missus a C&T. That was my goal for Saturday night. 7 p.m., I said, I'm not okay. And I laid down. And then I continued to expel everything from every hole in every body for the next 6 hours. Yeah, it was pretty bad. I was up and down until about 1:30 in the morning when I finally got to go to sleep. Can I tell you, I went to the gym on Friday. I weighed in at 155. I woke up Sunday morning and the first thing I said, I woke up, opened my eyes, got out of bed and said, I need to go weigh myself. 143.
You had to be so dehydrated though. I bet if you weighed yourself today, you're back in the 150 mid.
Today I was back to 150. I went and right before we
Yeah,
recorded, I'm back to 152.
there you go.
But like,
So you're just dehydrated,
oh
as a
my
motherfucker.
God.
Where were you? They didn't. So like when you were done being sick, did you not pound a bunch of
Oh, I
electrolytes of
woke
some
up in the
sort?
morning. I didn't have any electrolytes, but I
Okay.
added salt to my water, salt to my eggs. Like
Yep.
I went and got a smoothie. I ate as much meat and carbs as I could because I was like, no, 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 no. Like I don't mind being 155. That's okay. 143 is a problem.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
So
that's beyond victim.
yeah, that's unhealthy weight.
For real.
So that was my Christmas. I was okay by Sunday morning ish. I was able to keep food down and stuff like that. But damn, dude, don't trust the
Yeah,
deviled eggs.
that sounds unpleasant. I did just when I just mentioned the electrolytes, it made me think of so the weekend before Christmas was the strongman gym. Well, it's a multi-purpose gym, but it's not a like the gym that I go to that Chris Mark and I go to. They did their Christmas party out at a bar, and let me just say I did a little pre-gaming. I did a lot of drinking,
Wow.
a lot of second bar hopping drinking. I was I think I had 9 or 10 drinks throughout the course of the night, and it was bad. I was hurting. But while I was pre-gaming, I knew I was gonna have a rough night because I actually drank a couple beers at the house waiting for my Uber, and I took remember I have those electrolyte pills. I think I gave
Hmm.
you one at Lift Live Easy. So I smashed one of those, like pre-gaming with beer, and then got home and I think I drank. I took IV because Chris had reminded me, he's like, yeah, to get some electrolytes and stuff in you when you get back home. So when he dropped me off at like 2 in the morning, I came in, I did a liquid IV and a couple of water and like 2 or 3 ibuprofen and went to bed. And granted, I was probably still drunk when I woke up the next day, but like I didn't necessarily get a hangover at all. I was just lethargic and just in bed but my entire Sunday was just in bed, just not moving, but like no sickness and no real headache. I was just fucking destroyed.
Yeah.
So that was probably the drunkest I had been in quite a many years, and I don't know, it was fun. It was fun to let loose. I don't know that I want to do that very often, and it was coming off of the heels of being pretty drunk at Crew Falls too. So in the matter of like 3 weeks, I think I was the two drunkest I've been in the last decade, and if I don't drink for a while, I'm okay with that.
Good for you.
But it was fun. It was very fun. I don't let loose like that very often, so it was rare form for me.
Yeah. It's been a bit of a weird couple of weeks because my birthday was on the 13th, and I think you guys recorded on my birthday. Then we recorded a couple weeks after. And can I tell you that the only thing anybody knows I like outside of my wife is Jaeger?
Should get a
And
bunch of
there
you.
there was honestly a time where there was over 100 ounces of Jaeger in my house. There
two
was
week, two week, 2 weeks ago.
no, it's still here because like, you can't like you just
Yeah, no,
physically
I would.
can't go through that much Jaeger.
No, that's
But
unsafe.
like my buddy got me a 60 ouncer, another one got me a 40 ouncer. I got myself a 26 ouncer. My wife then got me another 20 ounces. And then my brother on Christmas, he's like, "Oh, this is your birthday present in the freezer. It's another 40 ounces." I was like,
Mm,
"I
I mean, it doesn't
get
expire, right? So like, I know
no."
it's because I know that's like a weird. It's got like liquidy syrup or some shit
Yeah,
in
it's a
it, right?
liqueur.
So I would be worried that like unlike regular liquor, I didn't know if it had an expiration date. So yeah, just
Like
fucking
I
put
get
it on
that
a
I like
shelf and forget
Jaeger,
about
but like also
it.
get me a plate sticker of Jaeger, get me some paraphernalia, get me anything other than the actual
Oh,
alcohol.
that'll be
They reposted my post because I took a picture of all of
the
the
American
Jaeger I
versus
had in the
Canada or
house,
something.
and I was like, okay, apparently I didn't have enough, and they reposted it because they were like,
Funny.
that's a fucking ton of Jaeger, dude. And I'm like, I know.
Well, well, this is a good plug for anyone listening. So like Amazon wish list, and
Don't
then
send me Jaeger.
there's this secondary app that I use just called Go Wish. Go on there, add a bunch of shit to it, and then send that link out to your friends and family. At least make sure your wife has it. So like my wife has it. My wife's the only one that has access to it on the Go Wish one. But if anyone asked what I want and there's nothing on Amazon, then she'll just say, "Hey, get him this. That's what he wants." So there's
Yeah.
no more of this getting stupid shit for Christmas. If just
Set-
keep a running list of stuff.
Send me Strength Co plates, plate snacks
Yeah,
covers
yeah.
of the Jaeger circle. The one
Nice.
behind me. Hold on. This side? That.
I'm-
Send me that. Don't just give me Jaeger itself.
All right, I think that's enough about us. Let's get into we're gonna do the Christmas draft winner results. I think anyone
Oh, yeah.
watching and listening could have already looked them up. I didn't have to like log in or anything, so it shouldn't be like proprietary information. And it's kind of our podcast, so it's been 6 days. I think we can say like these numbers aren't going to change dramatically enough to affect the outcome, in my opinion, because there was a 10 or 15 person difference between the top two. So let's just go down the. Let's go. Well,
1 second. Ryan, did you listen to that episode?
Christmas
No, I
draft.
did not.
Okay.
Oh,
Did you happen to vote?
I did not.
Okay, that's fair. Just wanted to include you in the conversation, but that's okay.
No, I usually stay up to date, but the last few weeks have been a little crazy.
It's been
Yeah.
hard. It has
Christmas
genuinely
one,
been hard.
the Christmas one really is a good timely one to listen to. I tried to consume that this week while it's still Christmas adjacent. If you didn't like, I would skip a couple to maybe get that one in because it might not be as relevant if you're like listening to it in February. But yeah, so let's just go off. I guess we'll do the top three. So Big Matt coming in with 21%, third place. No prize for you, buddy, because we're not Tanner. We don't have crew cards to give out, so you get a handshake next time we see you. Second place, just edging out Matt. They're big edgers out there together in the West Coast. Is Big Mofo with 24%, and then bringing it home for her 97th prize win or whatever. Big Jen, 38%. It's Big Jake and Big Hogan fighting it out there at the bottom. They both had some admirable. Yeah, I can't say that. There's too many D's and B's on
I
top of each
feel
other.
like the reindeer glitter lost it for Hogan.
Yeah, he like I mean, I get committing to a bit, so like kudos to that, but like the results showed that not many people got it, and like I think that was the risk. Like he was either going to get 80% of the votes or 5% of the votes.
Yeah.
And like it just kind of backfired, and that's just kind of how it worked out. Everyone's had good lists. I feel like most people kind of played it. This is what I want. This is what's meaningful to me. So then it made it really hard to kind of pick one because it's like, well, that's cool and that's cool, but that's such a personal story that it doesn't resonate with me personally. So like, I don't want to vote for that one necessarily because that's such an oddball thing. So it's kind of hard to pick. Like, I don't know, but it was cool. I think I always like listening to those episodes. It made me think too, like, man, what's left? We did Thanksgiving, we did Christmas, so it's like we'll have to do maybe a Halloween one next year. I don't know if Easter's relevant enough. Like I don't know, like so crew listening, submit some ideas or come up with the ideas next year and keep these episodes going because we like having some time off and we like listening to our friends talk on other podcast.
Yeah, it's always fun when I listen to my own podcast and I'm not on it. That's actually like as much as
No, it's great.
It is so good because I have something to look forward to.
And getting like 1 week off every 20 is kind of nice every now and then.
Do you want to rate last week's episode?
Yeah. What? So now, Big Ryan, you're not up to date on our podcast. Are you up to date on the sister podcast?
I just listened to it this morning.
All right. Well, tell us about it, and what do you think? What, if you had to rate it on a 5 out of 5 scale, what do you think you'd be at after you give us a little reminder on it?
Yeah, a little too much of the cardio talk there. But, very interested in the new bed that Tanner got. Thinking about getting a piece of plywood myself. I would have to give it 5 out of 5 sheets of plywood.
Nice. Yeah, he did. He does like his hard mattress. I think I just body type. Like I have to have a soft mattress myself because I also have a bigger belly. So when I'm laying on my side, my belly kind of needs some support. Whereas Tanner, he's about as big as Joey nowadays. I think if you look at his pictures, he's just a little guy. So he needs a nice hard mattress. But good episode. The tier list always create some engagement. So it's smart that they do them every now and then. It's so much information to consume, and they're just like, I don't know. It's just a lot of, and it kind of makes you think about like, well, what is the best piece of cardio? And then it's so subjective of whatever gets you out to do something and makes you not die of a heart attack at 40 is what the best piece of cardio is for you. So I'll go ahead and give it 5 out of 5 indoor pools.
Okay, I guess that makes it my turn.
Yeah.
First, I want to say waterbed talk, complaining about not having a body of water for swimming, cardio. Come on, guys. Like the answer was right there in front of you. Because I started picturing those people that have those indoor swimming pools where the current constantly pushes you and you can just swim in
Those are
place
so
against them.
expensive. We were
Yeah.
looking into one. They're like 40 grand or something.
But then I was like, well, what if your waterbed could just do that? Like, it sounds like we answered all our own questions. I do want to point out one of my favorite thing about the tier episodes is that they rarely ever disagree. So it's
Yeah.
never like a hot take. It's always just them going, yeah, that does suck. Or yeah, I do enjoy that. Like they almost never disagree to the point that it's like how often has one of them took the mulligan or the veto? Like almost never, because they always
Yeah.
almost agree. I think
How much of that is Tanner's so passive too? Like I don't like Tanner'd have to have such a strong. I don't know though, but I think it's just are all guys from the Midwest just the same? Like that's just like they're just the same mod. Like they are all the same blank. But no, you are right. They don't.
It's like I feel like jogging is C, and Tommy's like it is C, and Tanner's like it is C, and like
it's like me and you couldn't do a draft episode. Like not if we had to have a consensus. Like we'd have to have it to where like we all get to make our own list and then get rated on because like I don't think you and I could come to a consensus
not once
at all,
right?
like ever. And that's just how our banter works differently from theirs.
Yeah,
but it's all the same at the end of the day. But
yeah. So I'm gonna give that a 5 out of 5 water beds leaking
Good.
into your bedroom. My brother had a water bed as a kid, and it was always the most fun thing to just go stand on kneel on one end and just rock.
Yeah,
because you're like 6, and this is the coolest thing ever.
I don't think I've seen a waterbed since like 1998, maybe.
And were they heated? That's the other thing. Were they heated?
I'm sure you could buy more expensive ones that were, but I don't think like your basic one was.
Like, was the plastic just so thick that you never got to feel the cold?
But I mean,
because that was
room temperature,
thick ass
so
plastic.
But like, would water get? I don't know. I'm trying to think. Like, if you just have a cup of water in your room, it doesn't get like ice cold. It gets colder than the room temperature, probably. But like, I don't know.
So many waterbed questions.
Tune in next week for us to not chat GPT that. And get the YouTube videos. We had 2 this last week. That is. Or no, I'm so confused because we usually record on. We're all off because we're usually record on a Thursday.
So they had the crew.
Monday for us.
Your notes are correct. We had the Crew Falls, then we had Tommy's Flooring. I did watch the Crew Falls. Did not watch Tommy's Flooring.
Yep. Well, if you watched the Crew Falls, you saw Tommy's Flooring, so close enough. It was fun. The Crew Falls one was really good. Always, it's just. I think in Tommy on the podcast, I think was like, go. What do you tell people? He said, go watch the first 30 seconds because I think it's just like, or even 15 seconds. So I think that was just like a whole bunch of flash cutscenes or whatever. And then, tell me you don't want to come to Crew Falls. I was like, yeah, man, Crew Falls. It's the sleeper crew meetup of the year, man. It's up there, if not the best. You got any affiliates for us, Joey?
Sure do. Obsidian is doing their big Boxing Day sale right now. I forget the code, but it's 35% off. By the time you hear this, it's probably done, so there's not much you can do about it. But then you can use our code, which is code unpaid. Again, if you see a code that he advertises, put that code in, then put our code in. You don't save the additional 15%, but it does trigger us as having at least referred you. So while, again, it doesn't give us any kickback, it doesn't give you any kickback off the initial sale, it does boost us up as the reference affiliate, whatever the word is. Decal?
They said Decal in the podcast the other last, and I think it was Jen that spouted it out, and I was like, "Fuck!" It's like a callback from like literally 3 years ago. It made me laugh.
Decal, decal.
Like, that was like for sure one of our first 20 episodes, and I was like, "Oh god, that was 100 episodes ago. That was over 100 episodes ago," and someone called that back. That's fucking awesome.
You got code unpaid at Plate Snacks. Again, most of you are already doing your stickers through Plate Snacks. I know some of you have found other places, but again, the smart thing to do is the highest quality that I have seen is through Plate Snacks, and code unpaid does give you some help there. And Chris at Belt Fed Strength has still given you that 10% off any custom leather you want. I don't know if it works on apparel, but at least it does work on any custom belts that you want. So Belt Fed Strength, Plate Snacks, and Obsidian Ammonia Hype Dust.com.
Well, beautiful. Big Ryan, do you have anything about Massonomics you want to tell us about?
Oh, sure. You ever wonder how to get strong, how to stay strong, and what to do with that strength? Looking for fitness equipment that fits under your bed, or suggestions on sparkling water, movie recaps from the decades? I have just the solution for you. Massonomics. Two men from western northeast South Dakota discussing the hard hitting topics of life, like buying a new bed. If you're a middle aged mediocre lifter, this will cover all the sets and rep talk that you need. Not only will they fill multiple hours of your week with banter, but they also sell fashionable apparel for those who love beer and lifting, banners to properly outfit your home gym, and items to keep your drink safe. If this is something that sounds enjoyable to you, you can become a supporting member and join the cult, and thereby be known as Crew. You'll have exclusive access to the Discord channel that will blow up your phone with notifications all day. And finally, if you ever get bored, they have plenty of content for you to go back and listen to, with season 1 being a mere 500 episodes. I highly suggest starting with episode 32 and 33.
Are those the party cast?
That's the party cast.
Oh,
You
God.
monster.
Such a menace. Before we get the guest on the horn, I want to hijack that just for a second. He had mentioned just Crew in general there. So, like, it's so much easier when Crew have literally type out Crew in their Instagram profile, because they're getting so fucking big now. I can't just like rely on mutual friends to be like, oh yeah, this person must be Crew. And it's just like, when I can just look at the profile and it says Crew, it makes it so much easier for that follow back. So if anyone's listening and you're like, huh, why aren't these people following me back? Just throw Crew in your profile. You probably get some follow backs.
Hey, on a side note to that, stop following back porn bots. Because I get a porn bot follow and it's all Crew, and I'm just like,
I was like, I fucking don't follow.
Not
Like,
you.
I am so uber selective of who I follow back on every account
not,
that like
not you in
that's just
particular,
funny.
but I'll get like a follow
Yes.
and I'll go, all right, who are the mutuals? And I'll see a couple names and I'll be like,
yeah.
you should know better.
Yeah, that is really funny. Nice.
you should know better. This person
Well, I
is
think
not looking for a male counterpart for their OnlyFans content. Don't follow these people back.
well, speaking of someone who probably doesn't do that, let's get our guest on the horn. What do you think? Think we can get Big Ryan on the horn there? Big Ryan, is that you?
That is me. Hello,
Hey,
gentlemen.
welcome. Let's go ahead and spout out your. Let us know who you are. Where are you at on Instagram, Discord, all that.
I am beer, bourbon, and barbells on Instagram. And that's really my only social media. On Discord, I'm Big E Step.
Here, and then just how did you, how'd you find Massonomics?
So I used to do a lot of driving for my job. Got tired of listening to books on tape, so I started listening to podcasts. Started listening to I think it was like Barbell Bend or something like that.
Yeah.
And they were only releasing like one a week, so I started looking around. Then Massonomics popped up. I'm like, what the hell is Massonomics? This doesn't sound like lifting at all. Started at episode 150-ish, and pretty much listened to every episode since. Went back and listened to the back catalog after I found out there was a more original host. So
by 150,
yeah.
They were probably doing guest interviews and whatnot at that point.
They were
I
doing a
think.
lot of
Okay.
guest interviews. Yeah.
I think
And then
a lot of people in.
it was about 20 episodes later, they mentioned they had more hosts. I'm like, what the hell? So I went back and started listening because I had more time.
Isn't it weird the first time you hear Tyler's voice after only hearing Tanner and Tommy for like maybe however long you listen to Tanner Tommy, and then you hear Tyler and you're like, what the fuck is this thing? This is
Oh, yeah. Well, you go back and listen to the very first episode, like, who is this guy? And then he got into a groove after a number of episodes. So it was good.
Well, where are you from? Where you live?
I am just outside of Cincinnati, Ohio. So always been there my whole life.
So are you Midwest or no?
I'm going to argue that Ohio is broken up, so parts of it is the Midwest. And Midwest is more of a feel, I would say.
Ooh, that sounds like riding the line.
And it is riding the line.
Cincinnati is like very southwest in Ohio, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very southwest.
So, like, if there was a part of Ohio that's going to be Midwest, it'd be Cincinnati and Cincinnati adjacent, I'd imagine, right?
Yeah, it's that weird spot where you have people are like, "Well, we're South because we're right by Kentucky, or we're Midwest, or we're East." It's just Ohio is weird.
Yeah, I guess I could see people because like I mean if you yeah I could see people considering it south because like and there's a lot of people in West Virginia that consider that this like it's the Northeast in my opinion, but it's still like part of it like the southern part of the state could be considered the South by some people. So if you're in the southern part of Ohio, it's about the same line there.
So speaking of, you did mention back catalog. What's your Hall of Fame status?
Hall of Fame says I am 7, and this makes 8.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes. Always happy to help.
What's the
Yes.
low hanging fruit ones you're missing? Because from what we've well, what's your sporting membership number, and then we'll circle back to that, I guess.
Sporting membership number is 68.
Super low
And
number for
Yeah.
super low number for only having 8. So what do you
Like he's almost up there with me.
yeah.
I haven't been to the Arnold. I don't get out there to
You're like a
Aberdeen.
fucking you're 2 hours away from the Arnold, aren't you? Like I get
Too
it,
many
like don't
people. Yeah, I
no,
can't stand crowds. So
I feel
yeah.
that. I always tell people gotta go to the Arnold once, but yeah,
But
I don't
now
know.
that Home Gym Con might be on there, I think I can cross that one off. So
Mm.
Well,
Big might,
we
big
that's
maybe.
a whole
big Mike.
Tanner still got to thumbs that up, which I'm pretty. He essentially has done everything except say yes, but it will be from like 26
Well,
on, not
he
predate it.
as much as we say that, he does check with Tommy on all of that. It is a consensus between the two of them.
But as we
But maybe one
talked
day
about
I'll get
earlier, they
with
are the
that.
same person, so they really don't have to.
Yeah, Tawny and Tamer.
Well, speaking of Home Gym Con, I met you at Home Gym Con this year, didn't I?
Yes.
We did.
Yep.
That's what I thought. I was like, I know this guy. I was like, oh yeah, yeah, we had dinner together and whatnot. So,
Yep.
so
Yep. And then went to that the bull riding bar after. That
Oh,
was
you
a
were there.
little
Okay, yeah.
yeah.
So I didn't
Ah,
have any. Were you tempted to get on the bull? Because I was for about half
Oh,
a second until I saw some asshole get jerked around, and I was like, oh god. And I remembered I was 40, and I was like, I'm not doing that.
yeah, exactly. I'm 40. I do not need to pull a muscle riding a bull at a random bar.
Yeah, not to yeah. So I feel that for sure.
So, what is the one piece of Massonomics merch that you missed out on?
I really want the benching 315, but until I could bench 315, I just could not buy it.
Fair, that's fair, because you would have now missed out on 2 rounds of that.
Yeah,
So
we
you
got
Yeah.
had your chance to get it, but
Maybe one day if they do a third run.
it's a moral obligation for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it.
yeah. I can't bench 315, but well, I think when I bought it, I had slingshotted and board press that much, so I was like, 315 adjacent. So,
I
but
just got it because it was a Stone Cold shirt.
yeah.
Yeah, I can barely bench half that. I'm not even gonna pretend.
Well, I saw on Instagram you got a pretty nice gym there. I'm pretty sure it's certified. What's the tell us about that? The gym name and
Yeah. So I've had a home gym now for 15
oh
years.
damn,
Start off with
Wow.
just a Smith machine, couple dumbbells in a basement, and a townhome. And now I'm at our new house, built a barn, made sure to overbuild it. And I got was it roughly 20 by 30 gym in there. Got power racks, leg press, bench, whole bunch of stuff in there. Just keep adding to it.
that's how it
So
goes.
yeah,
15 years.
got
Do you have
nice.
there's no way if for 15 years you don't have anything from the original gym at all. Do you even have like a pair of collars or anything from the original gym? Do you have anything
Oh
from
yeah.
the townhouse? So you do? Okay.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Still kept some of that stuff. That's why it's so full. So
I feel
So,
that.
what's the one piece of equipment that you're missing to finally get strong?
Good question.
there's a lot for me to finally get strong. No, I was pretty excited. Actually, I just got the leg press hack squat probably a month or so ago. That's been great. Um, really, there's nothing on my wish list besides some bigger dumbbells eventually, but I'm pretty happy with it. Insulating the barn, that would be on my
Mhm.
wish list.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a dumb decision when I said no to that, thinking I could just tough it out. You can't tough it out.
Yep.
No.
Future me will
mean-
figure this out, and future
when
you
it-
is mad.
When it was easy and like open, and do you at least? I mean, so you just have open studs then that just need to be insulated, or are you thinking of spray foam, or just throwing a bunch of fiberglass in there? Or?
Yeah, so it's all open. I started putting some insulation in the rafters and spots where air does get in, but I want to keep it pretty open because I like to do runs on the inside when I'm doing like yo carries and farmer holds,
There's a
things like
cat. There's a
that.
cat. There's a cat.
There's
Oh, hi, baby.
yeah, it's my pretty little
Oh,
princess.
look at her.
Oh,
Sorry, I'm sorry I
but-
cut you off.
yeah, you're good.
we'll always take cat breaks.
But yeah, it's just one of those things where I got some propane heaters in there. It keeps it relatively warm, but when the temperature drops into the 20s, that it just doesn't keep up. So there's a local gym in my town I go to a couple months out of the year.
Okay.
So
Yeah, just put some hay. Just duct tape some hay around it. You'll be fine.
Yeah. maybe Tommy has some ideas where I can get some wool to help insulate.
So when you reached out to some of your friends and family and said, "Hey, I'm going to be on this podcast," how'd you go about explaining that?
I pretty much just sent them the link and said, "Here's this. Fill it out. If you have questions, just let me know." They did it. I mean, the only one who actually had a lot of questions was my wife because she was more or less, "What the hell?" So
I think she submitted like the least out of any. She just skipped like half of them too. I was like, okay.
yeah, that
So
sounds
we're
right.
working with what we got. I think we
Does
had
she
5
know
people.
what Massonomics is?
A little bit, yeah. She's heard me talk about it. She was with me at home Gym Con, so she saw some of that craziness there.
Oh, well, if she was at dinner with us, she had to have got the gist.
No, she didn't go to dinner,
Oh,
but
okay.
she
Gotcha.
saw kind of the gym feel and me talking to people. So
Yeah, because you could kind of get away with like home gym con was for the home gym, so you probably didn't even have to like say I'm really just going to see all my Massonomic buddies for the first time. It wasn't because you can kind of like hide it as like, oh yeah, we're gonna go look at gym equipment.
Yeah, you know the guys you met at Home Gym Con? The guys that like them are going to interview me.
Yeah. More of it.
Yeah, and I can see a wife going, "Okay, honey, bye."
that's pretty much what it is. I'm on a podcast about a podcast. She
Yeah.
just kind of gave me a blank stare. Just fill it out. You'll be fine.
just the chirping cricket. Yeah, okay. You want to do least fun, most fun?
Yeah, Big Ryan, with this game we came up with here. It's called Least Fun, Most Fun. I'm going to give you a single topic, and it's your ultimatum. No, your agenda, your task to respond with 2 different answers of what the least fun thing about said topic is and what the most fun thing about said topic is. So we're going to hit you with camping in a camper. You know, I saw a big old RV. I couldn't tell if it was an RV or like a fifth wheel, but you have some kind of very large camper in your gym. So I was like, oh, that's gym related. So I want to hear about it.
Camping. Let's start off with the least fun is just hooking it all up and setting everything up.
What do you actually
'cause I
have
a-
then? So sorry, just so you.
it's just a pull behind travel trailer.
Gotcha. Okay.
So it's 35 foot, so it's relatively long.
Oh yeah.
But I'm one of the guys who I pull it out of the barn, set it all up outside my house so we can load it all up, hook it up to the truck, set it all back up again, then go to the campground and everything like that. So by the time a camping trip's done, I've set it up and taken it down 4 or 5 times.
Yep.
So a lot of work there.
It's better than 6,
Most
7.
fun. I'm sorry, what was that?
Bad joke. I said.
Did you make a 6-7 joke?
I did, just because. Oh, more than anything, out of spite.
You
Like,
fucking nerd.
Not that I think it's funny, but just to like make fun of those people. Yeah.
Yeah, that's how it starts.
No,
Telling
I
ya.
hope I never say it again though, because I feel like a piece of shit now.
Yeah, we were at
I've
work
never
the other
felt so
day,
bad.
and somebody said 6 or 7, and me and one of the other guys looked at each other, just plain eye contact, and both did the hand motion. And he looked at us both and was like, "I hate you guys so much right now." But
hate
that's how
myself
it
right now.
starts.
I hate my.
I have a 6-year-old who does not shut up about it. You cannot even say any of those numbers
Yeah,
around him.
No, my
It's
little
awful.
girl, I do it on purpose with my little girl. My son doesn't give a crap. He's 6, but she's 4. And if I go, "Hey, honey, 6-7," she'll go 6-7. She gets really excited. So like, that's always nice. Ooh, what you got? What you got? What's the milligrams?
Oh, it's just little 3.
Okay. I got 15s. Gummy bear. It's a new flavor. I'm not too amped about it.
Oh, no, I just stick with the cool mint. Just, yeah.
What up here we get the Swedish ones. So I know you guys only have 3 to 9 milligrams down there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then you have the weird Pablos that go like as high as 30. I can get 12 to 18 in actual Zins. I normally prefer the cool Skittles, but I wanted to go off the grid and get the gummy bear. Mad regrets. Wish I hadn't done that.
Tried any of those flavors yet?
What's that?
I haven't tried any of those flavors yet.
No, yeah, you guys can't for some reason because you guys can only get the American made Zins.
They got some new flavors out that I've seen, but it's just I don't know. I don't want candy for my nicotine.
You'd be shocked because I don't want mint for my nicotine because it burns. But you get the cool Skittles, and it's Skittle flavor with mint. It's mint Skittles. It's gorgeous. It's the best flavor you can get.
Fair enough.
All right, so back to most fun
back to that.
of
Oh, yeah.
Liberty and-
Yeah, we were having a
Alright.
podcast here.
or
My
at least whichever, yeah, whichever
My bad.
whichever one you didn't do yet.
The most fun is once everything's set up, I have an outdoor refrigerator, and I have my beverages out there, and I can just sit out, watch a TV, and do nothing the rest of the time. Kids can ride their bikes around and just can enjoy nature if I want to, walk around. If not, I got my AC I can go into. I got my heat I can go into. I'm good to go.
3 season or 4 season?
What's that? The camper?
Yeah.
3. We don't go over the winter, but it's capable. If I really wanted to, I could go camping now.
Mm.
But no, we camp maybe 6 times a year.
It's a lot.
So.
I think if I had a camper, I'd like have to go at least quarterly to justify it.
I mean, it's a lot unless you really enjoy camping. In which case, like, yeah, I only went once this year, and I think it's the first time I went in 6 years. And yeah, I miss it so much. Do you want to do height person, or do you want to do who would you rather train with? You got your choice here.
Mm,
Which one's the hardest?
man, let's do hype, because I
All right.
actually got two answers here. I know I'm
Of course.
going off topic here.
No, you're always allowed.
Hype person. Of course, my kids, number one.
Mhm.
They've been at many of my competitions hyping me up, so that always gets me going. To the point where like there was a Conan's wheel, they were cheering me on, nearly passed out because I didn't want to give up when they're cheering me on. It's just the coolest thing.
It is.
But if I could pick anyone else to hype me up, Chris Farley.
That'd be interesting. Like,
Can
a
you imagine
character?
getting ready for a big lift and Chris Farley's just in front of you just yelling?
Is he doing the motivational speaker?
He is doing the motivational speaker.
Oh, of course he is. Listen, you got lots of time for lifting weights when you're living in a van down by the river.
Shit your pants laughing, shit your pants squatting.
Absolutely. Good call. Good call. And even him, like, not as that character would be pretty incredible. Because he can get over the top. All right. Oh, Keith is just clicking things off here. Your job. Do you want to
yeah.
you want to talk at all about it?
I can talk a little bit about it, but it's in the biotech field. Primarily work with robots and programming them to move a bunch of little tiny liquids around for a bunch of different samples. So
Damn, that's cool.
pretty much, yeah. It sounds cool. It is what it is. It's fun.
I mean, it probably sounds cool to people that don't do it. And the fact that you do it, you're like, yeah, this is what I do. But I imagine you could get somebody in it that would be like, this is the coolest shit.
Yeah, it's not too bad. I do travel a little bit, so it's just one of those things where like one of these customers who have big issues, next thing you know, you got to go out there the very next day to solve what the problem is because they're running hundreds of thousands of samples in a relatively short period. So you got to figure out what the hell is going wrong really quickly.
And then, okay, so tell me about your lifting over 20 years.
Yes. Yeah. So been lifting since, God, really over 20 years. Started at 15 in a barn gym with my cousin.
Came
We
back
would
full circle,
work hay and tobacco all day in the summers, and then we'd start lifting in the evenings, listening to Metallica and AC/DC. So
As one does.
that's where it all started. And then let's see, after high school, lifting in the college gyms, YMCA's, all that stuff like a dumbass. You train 4 days a week on arms and chest. You look at a squat rack and say that's legs. Did that for a while. Then when I graduated college, didn't have any money, so I took up running. Did running for a long time. Did triathlons, 5Ks, things like that. Some Tough Mudders. And then once I finally got a big boy job and had money, I joined CrossFit. Only did that for like 6 months, and the coach there realized I am, even though I did all the running, I still was pretty terrible at any of the cardio stuff. So he asked me if I wanted to start powerlifting, and did powerlifting for about a year, blew out my shoulder. And when I came back, that's where I wanted to do kind of that mix of CrossFit where it changes, but also lift heavy things. So I started strongman. I was in strongman for a long time, and started adding powerlifting back into that. So,
do you have a preference?
I like powerlifting right now, just because I don't have a set number of anything I have to hit. It's just me versus the weight. But I do like strongman just because it is fun when you're not going to zero every event.
Mm.
So you were actively competing in both sports then, or you just have trained in them?
I've competed in both. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So I've done about 10 or 12 strongman competitions. I did one powerlifting. I did the home gym con one. And then I got another one in
the
April
USAPL meet there? Okay.
Yep.
Nice.
Oh no, PLU.
Oh yeah. I thought it was you. Yeah, there was always a lot of I think they didn't meet the year before. That might have been USAPL, or it changed last minute. Maybe I think.
Yeah, if it was USAPL, it would have been boring.
Yeah, that was my first one. I liked it. So been training powerlifting pretty consistently since that one too.
Nice. What's this year's agenda? What's 26 going to look like then?
What are you doing at the Lift Hard Live Easy?
I am not doing anything at the Lift Hard Live Easy. I keep debating pulling that trigger. I just have not done it yet. But I'm doing a powerlifting meet in April, and then I'll start looking around maybe for some strongman stuff over the summer. Just my kids play sports all year round, so it's really hard to find that open Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and I don't want to say it to scare people off or say that we know anything, but don't sleep on banking that Lift Hard Live Easy will be there in 5 years or even 2 years from now. If there's 10% of you that says, oh, that'd be really cool to go do it fucking this year, dude. I understand family, money, travel, etc. But don't expect it to be there in 27, 28, 29, 30. We want it to be. We're not saying we don't want it to be there, but it they're not gonna do it forever. Something's gonna happen potentially. So just I don't know, get one in while you can. I like to tell people.
And competing is 2 checks.
Yeah.
Because it's attending and competing.
And you can do the lift at the gym, so that's 3. Pretty much be in the hall. You literally just go. You'd be in the Hall of Fame, pretty much. But no,
starting to talk me into it.
I just like warning people that don't
you got a camper.
I mean, you're already in the Midwest. You're almost there. You just fucking go a couple more miles to the west. You'll be there.
It's only a 20-hour haul.
Is it 20?
I don't know what it would be. It'd be a long haul.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's 20. It's 22 or 24 from here. So
yeah, I think it's 22 for me. So you're probably 15 or 18.
Yeah. Well, it's however long they take to get to the Arnold. I'm another 2 hours away from Columbus.
Yeah. Okay. It's not that close, but it's not that far.
I mean, if you do come out, I promise we won't call you Fuzzy Feet.
One of those guys are gonna be an asshole.
I mean, we got to have something. We can't, we don't. So, what is there a story there?
Yeah, let's skip that story.
Oh, okay. What about Wet Martini? Is that a funny one?
Yeah, we'll go with that. That one's a funnier one. So me and my college roommate, we were drinking relatively heavily, and I had ran out of mixer for my vodka, so I used my fruit punch flavored creatine. So that was dumb for one.
Was it powder?
It was powdered, yeah.
Hell
So it was just
yeah.
straight vodka with powder, yeah.
Absolutely amazing.
So to say nonetheless, it was a rough night. But there were a couple other people in our dorm chilling with us, and one of their last names was Martini. I made the joke about turning her into a wet martini once she looks at me.
Nice. Nice.
That's
Yes.
Slick.
and that's wow. Is oh, wow, pun intended? Um,
Yes.
No, there's no way that pun was intended. He
no, what you just said. Oh, never mind. I'm getting way too vulgar here. Maybe
Oh, oh, dude. Oh, unacceptable.
he's the one that
Yeah.
fucking said it, not me.
Yeah, I went like slick, like and cool, bro.
I know. Nate, we meant to edit that out so people don't
No,
get mad.
I'm playing onto it. That was pretty good. That was a good call.
Oh wow! So like that was the tamer story. Damn, that's impressive.
Yeah.
It
Well,
says here you've done Highland as well.
I competed in a strongman competition that was half Highland, half strongman. So I did some Highland Games events. I think they had 4 or 5 Highland Game events. As part of it, they had 2 strongman. So it wasn't full Highland Games, but I'll count it.
yeah.
Okay, but it wouldn't be a part of like the Highland Games. Is there like a scoreboard for Highland Games?
Oh.
Okay.
I have no idea.
Yeah, one of the Wolfpack crew can call us out on that one. I should know that.
So you do some I see some homemade stuff out in the garage or in the barn, that is. I saw the PVC yoke for the kids. That looks pretty cool because I was actually had some weight on it too. Like it wasn't just like for show.
Yep. Yeah. So my a lot of my stuff in my gym was DIY for the longest time, just because I'd see a piece of equipment I liked, could not justify the price, would build it, see if I actually used it. So like my first yoke I had was a chain yoke. I built my first log, things like that.
I did see the log. Was that just like 2x4s at like 45 like at angles or something, or did you?
No, 4x4s.
Okay,
So
well, yeah,
4x4s all screwed together and whatnot. So I used that for a while. And then my kids would come out there. They would try to lift something up. They couldn't. So I built a log and a yoke and things like that for them.
pretty cool.
That is
So
really
yeah,
cool.
my 6-year-old comes out and runs around with that yoke for a while. And I actually got my 11-year-old lifting with me now. So he has his own bar and everything like that.
I saw that, and that he's competing, or she.
Yeah. Yeah. So he has the PLU record now for Ohio for 10 to 11-year-olds or 10 to 12-year-olds.
Nice.
Yeah.
What
Not
what
the same
bar you end up what bar did you end up buying them? Because I think we've actually had some talk in Discord and some group chats of like, hey, what bar should my X-year-old kid use?
It was a Rogue Junior bar. Yeah. So it was like 25 pounds. He started off with that for the longest time. He's kind of gotten to the big boy bar for everything now. So now my 6-year-old, he's starting to trickle into the junior bar.
Pretty impressive. It's cool.
It is.
What's mini farming?
I don't like to say I'm a farmer just because, around here, when you say you're a farmer, it's people have combines and big farm equipment. But I have a couple acres. I live on 12 acres. So we have, pretty good sized fields that we do pumpkins, corn, set up at farmers markets, things like that.
Oh, wow.
So
That's probably slightly more than being mini, but yeah, I could see not wanting to say you're a farmer and then having Big Nick come up and talk to you about combines and stuff when you see him at Home Gym Con and be like, wait, you're a fucking fraud.
Yeah, talking about corn seeds. I don't know anything about corn seeds.
You're not in my coalition.
Yeah. Yeah.
So do you do some coaching, it looks like? Or
Yeah, so I live in a smaller community, and once you volunteer to coach one sport, you pretty much have volunteered to coach every sport.
You're on the you're on the mailing list from now on of like, sir, we need your assistance.
I coach all year round. So soccer in the fall, basketball in the winter, and t-ball or baseball in the spring. So all year round coach them. I love it, hate it. It is what it is.
Like once your kids age out, you'll be like, oh man, I really do. Well, you'll probably have a point there where like a couple years you're like, oh, this is awesome to have my freedom back. And then you'll be like, oh man, I kind of miss that. But I guess the good thing is you could always still volunteer even if your kids are aged out.
Oh yeah. Well, I've already started planning it out. So like once my oldest gets to a certain point, I'll start coaching my younger one at certain sports. So that way I stay with him until he ages out. So I got another 6 years of coaching in me.
Oh, nice. It'll keep you busy
Yeah.
for a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Bear with me. I'm just adding to some unpaid and underrated. So you keep going, Keith.
Yeah, there was. I copy and pasted what was submitted and added a couple of
Got it.
myself, but
I
there wasn't a
got
ton.
it. I'm on it.
I want to hear about your what is so I'm assuming you play beer league basketball. It's written down as C team basketball legend. What enlighten me on C team basketball?
Oh, so we the fraternity I was part of, they had, of course, the rec leagues, and the A team was the good players, B team was the pretty okay players, and C team was the rest of us. And I was on the rest of us team, and I didn't play a ton, but yeah, I would get in there and just do the dirty work, virtually being 5'10" and guard the guys who were like 6'5", just to do
It
what
was
I
a very
could. But
small. It was a very short, small forward, but he putting in the work.
yeah, but there is no coordination here. So asking me to dribble the ball down the court, and it just wasn't happening. So just go down low and do your thing. So
All right.
it was kind of like we're watching a drunken rhino play basketball.
I see. So the next one I'm gonna ask you, it's kind of relevant because we've had a few crew member somewhat recently in the last year, or like a few months, that have had some fire incidences growing up. So here I see that you saved the family house or the family in general from a fire once. Is there maybe that's not a real story? I don't know.
That is
Once
no
saved
story
family.
I know
All
of.
right. All right. What about so you had a friend that's an asshole then, I guess. Were you ever held by the cops because you matched the description of someone else?
Oh yeah, that one I
Okay.
was.
Okay.
Yeah, it was
Let's hear
actually
about
the
that one
night
then.
before my engagement photos. So me and my buddies had gone out to a bar. At the time, I was mixing Monster and vodka, of course. So
As one does.
as one does. So it's 3 a.m. I still can't sleep because I'm hyped up on all the Monster. I was pretty well sobered up at that point, and heard a screaming from the next apartment building. So I'm like, what the hell is that? So I ran over there. Woman comes running out. So I'm talking to her. Someone had broken into her apartment. So we talk for about 5-10 minutes. Cops show up. I'm like, okay, I'm just going to go on back. I'm going to get out of the way. As soon as I start walking back, cop car pulls up. They say, you matched the description. They throw me in the back of the cop car. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. They take me right up to the woman. She's like, yeah, he matches the description. Like, I just talked to you for 5 minutes and you don't recognize me at all.
People are fucking
So
crazy.
sat in the cop car for 15-20 minutes, fully expecting I'm going to go to jail. The guy who broke into the apartment was another college guy who looked nothing like me. He was like 6'5", 150 pounds. He just happened to be wearing a black polo shirt and blue jeans. So they found his wallet. And they let me go. But it's like, really? That's trying to be a good guy.
Yeah, that happened to me once as a kid. I was in the mall, and it was in my goth phase. So I would have had long red hair, all black nails, just like hanging out with my goth friends. And the security guard walks up and he goes, "Were you just over here at this store?" And I'm like, "No, I've been sitting here for an hour." And he's like, "Well, you fit the description." And I'm looking at myself like, really? Like there's somebody here that looks like this. If you said it now, we're bald head and beard, like I might figure, okay, yeah, there's lots of dudes that look like me, but yeah, fit the description. That's a good line.
You go back to 2010, I'm pretty sure 90% of guys wore a black polo shirt and blue jeans anytime they went out. So
Yeah.
come on.
Yeah. Okay. Do you want to do a game there, Keith?
Yeah, I suppose we can. I gotta do like 30 seconds of research on something real quick. If you want to tell did you get picked to kick a field goal at a game once?
Yeah, so there was an indoor arena football team at my college, and we went there. Me and a bunch of my buddies, and obviously you can tell a lot of our stories were from heavy drinking. Me and one of the other guys got picked to kick the field goal. Both of us were relatively inebriated. He missed very badly, and when I went up thinking I was hot shit, I end up hitting the mascot.
Nice. Nice. Yeah. Mascot had it coming, probably.
Yeah, sure did.
Under cool hobbies, it says that you're really bad at Mario Kart. How?
God, he's an asshole. So me and my college roommate, every night we would play N64 Mario Kart, all
Mhm.
16 tracks, and see who would get the better of the night. And I would say probably 3/4 of the time he won.
So he decided to call you out on that.
He did. Asshole.
And same guy, you built a table out of what?
Table out of what? I built a couple tables, so now I'm kind of confused.
Dip cans and beer caps?
Oh yeah, that one. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that one.
That one. Yeah. Yeah, I thought it would be cool that we got a cheap table at a thrift store, lined the whole top of it with bottle caps, use dip cans to replace the legs. That was our decor. So
Very college.
yeah, it was very, very college.
All right. Now we can do a little game. So I'm leery about some of these suggestions, now that we've got a couple swing and misses from your buddies. So are you a Tom Hanks fan?
I am very much so.
Okay. So we're going to do FMK, a few Tom Hanks movies. Does that sound something that'd be up your alley? Now, have you pretty much, do you think there's an era of Tom Hanks movies you haven't seen before I list some movies off? So I'm not like just giving you ones that you're going to fall flat on.
Hit or miss.
All right. So I'll just go with the tops then. So, all right. So FMK, we're going to go Forrest Gump, Saving Private Ryan, and let's go Green Mile. So Forrest Gump, Saving Private Ryan, Green Mile.
Wow,
FMK.
those are probably 3 of my top 10.
Couldn't have made it easy, eh? Couldn't have
Yeah.
gave you some of the shit ones. All right.
And Tommy, let me know how many of these you've seen, buddy.
Going to have to marry Tom Hanks or Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
Marry Forrest Gump.
Okay.
Forrest Gump's my all-time favorite movie. Just
Okay.
love it. Let's go ahead and Hill.
It's gonna be tough. You're gonna be mad at yourself whichever way you go.
Yeah, I am. Let's kill Saving Private Ryan.
Oh, I can see that, but it's tough.
Yeah, I love that one, but the Green Mile is. Let's just go ahead and lay that one to bed.
I'm gonna like cry in all 3 of those movies too. So it's like that's such a hard decision. That was a good one.
Yeah.
No, I think I only cried during the Green Mile.
Not the end of Saving Private Ryan. Oh
Yeah, I think spoiler alert, but yeah, well, there's definitely some tear-worthy.
It's
moments
20 years old. There's no spoilers anymore.
And
true.
can we agree that Jenny is the most evil villain?
I was
Yes.
gonna ask.
Yes.
That was gonna be a follow up. And I'm like I've always had that opinion until someone I read. I was like, well, you got to understand that she was like SA'd by her dad, like her untold childhood. So like she has mental issues from that, and then like that got a whole new perspective on it. Like I still think she's an evil human, like in the movie, but like when you think of that first part, it's like oh, but like I guess she's allowed to be because that trauma. I don't know.
But storytelling doesn't allow for that, right? The storytelling is he chased her the entire movie and she was constantly like out of reach until she settled for him. Which
I'm the biggest proponent of I Hate Jenny, but
Yeah,
until I read that
Jenny.
recently, I like she was irredeemable, and then I was like, oh well, yeah, I guess that's it.
Yeah, that's actually a good perspective. Thank you.
Who do you think's worse though, Jenny or Rose from Titanic?
Rose from
is a
Titanic.
horrible human.
Yeah, awful lady.
But Jenny's, I don't know enough. Rose literally could have like gave her entire family lifetime wealth, and she just threw it in the fucking ocean. And she could have gave Bill Paxton like utter peace, and she just threw it away.
Yeah,
there was also room for fucking Jack on the goddamn door.
And she was just slumming it. She was just like, oh, what
she was
if
cheating her fiance?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, not even that.
Definitely Rose.
She, when she dies, she goes and her memories with the one night stand she had versus the entire life.
Not the man that like she had dozens of kids with or whatever. And kids with like yes, no. Rose is. I think Jenny knew she was a piece of shit. Rose didn't, so Rose is the bigger piece of shit.
Yeah. I'll raise the AIDS, baby. Sorry, it's a Family Guy reference. I make a lot of those. Mount Rushmore. Ooh, I have a lot. I have a lot I could go on. But I'm gonna go with the safe. Top 4 wrestling moments.
Top four
I think.
wrestling moments. Okay.
Did you submit that one?
Maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe. Okay, top 4 wrestling moments. So, of course, Hell in a Cell, Mankind, Undertaker. That's got to go on there. I mean that changed wrestling.
Yep.
Let's go with the Montreal Screwjob. That's up
Okay.
there.
Why?
I mean, it's been what, 20 something years and people are still talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
Just how shady that was done and what it brought to the WCW when, I mean, Bret Hart was already going over there, but it just, to me, it brought more attention over there.
Okay.
So,
And then WCW spoiled it, as
yeah,
they do.
and then WCW, yeah. And that's where, yeah, the other match. Hot take would have to be the Lex Luger slam on Yokozuna.
Okay. Why is that a hot take?
I don't think many people talk about that one. It's just, it was so over the top. It was on that was aircraft carrier. It was just all set up. It was just kind of an over the top moment that many people don't think about.
Yep. Okay.
And then let's go with Shawn Michaels winning WrestleMania the first time when he came down off from the top of the arena. Who was that? I can't even remember who that was against, but just that was such a build up of the Gorilla Monsoon stuff.
I actually don't know. That could have been against Diesel, but it also could have been against Bret Hart.
I don't remember who that was against, but it was just such an over the top moment that it's in my embedded in my childhood.
And it solidified who he was. And he's one of the greatest of all time.
Oh, yeah.
Interesting part. I don't know who submitted this, but for your Mount Rushmore, and I really wanted to highlight this, insert any millennial hot take. I thought that was really funny. So whoever did that, you can tell them, good for them. That's really funny.
Yeah.
So follow up, just your top 4 wrestlers in general.
Undertaker.
Mm-hmm.
Stone Cold.
Mm-hmm.
I would have to go with Shawn Michaels.
Be crazy not to.
Yeah, and then I don't want to ride the. You know what? Let's do the alien face as well. We'll go with The Rock and Mankind. So obviously, you know what era of wrestling.
Yep. You're an Attitude Era guy.
Oh yeah,
I watched.
All right.
Not to prolong wrestling talk, but I did actually
you of all people.
I know, right? I did watch like a 20-minute thing the other day that I didn't know. Maybe you've talked about it in the past, but I don't know. Like Vince McMahon started a bodybuilding league that lasted for like 18 months.
He did.
And
yeah.
it was like it was actually a very entertaining. Like it was like a 20-minute. It was like a non WWE supported because like there's just so much shit on YouTube out there that's actually like catches my eye sometimes. And I just like went down a rabbit hole watching that whole video, and it was like Vince McMahon tries bodybuilding, you know, and like just the shit he did to try to keep it afloat, and like the millions of dollars he put into it to have it just fall on its face and turn it into not bodybuilding. And it was wild. It was a very intriguing kind of little thing. So
I started watching that Vince McMahon documentary, and they talked about that and how the whole steroid controversy thing killed that.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, because they did have to get him off the juice there too. Everyone like at like year 2 versus year 1 was just completely flat and everyone had lost like 30 pounds essentially, or whatever.
Imagine bodybuilding without it. Just
I mean,
saying. Like,
I do have some friends that do natural bodybuilding, but like they're just super like lean dudes that are like athletic as shit. But that's just they look normal.
But they're not the Vince McMahon extravagant version of what he pictures himself to be. Oh yeah, I could go off on Vince McMahon for hours if I had the chance, and this is not the chance. All right.
Yeah. I'll hold my comment.
Is anything in? I swear we gotta get Nate to switch up additional info more to the top because every time I get done with games and want to go into unpaid, it's like, oh, there's 4 more paragraphs I gotta look through real quick. I think we're good. Nothing's jumping out at me at that. Is there anything you wanted to hit on before we hit unpaid?
Nah, I've been jumping around
All right.
all over the place.
Good deal. Big Ryan, are you familiar with unpaid or underrated?
I am familiar with unpaid and underrated.
Enough that you want to describe it to your wife who's 100% not listening?
Yeah. If it is, yeah, she will never listen to this. If it is unpaid, then it's something that you do not like. It's not great. No one likes to be unpaid. And if it's underrated, it's not getting the appreciation that it truly deserves.
Indeed, indeed. All right, so we're each going to hit you with a handful here. I'm going to go ahead and lead it off with the first few. Unpaid or underrated steakhouses?
Oh, definitely unpaid.
What?
I do not like steakhouses. I just cannot justify paying $60, $70 for a piece of steak that is mediocre at
So
best.
in your mind, are you thinking like super bougie places, or like you're talking like Outback and Roadhouse and Longhorn, like?
Oh, even
Is there
that.
any even yeah? Because those are like $28-$30 steaks. So any okay.
Yeah, even that. I mean, so I grew up. We always had cows growing up. We'd have steak once a week. So it's just one of those things where you just got so used to it. So that we go to a steakhouse, it's just like I don't want to pay for this. I can go to the grocery store or
I feel
whatnot, get my own steak. I know how to cook it just fine. If I'm going to go to a nice restaurant, I'm going to get something I can't cook myself.
And I would say, what would be an example? Like, what is your all right? You and your wife are going on date night, and you get to pick the restaurant where you're going.
We're going to go Mexican.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, a good burrito covered with some queso, something like that.
There you go.
Yep. Maybe
I like it.
some fried chicken. I don't know.
What's your spice level on the burritos?
Oh, very, very low.
Okay.
I do not like my spiciness.
Unpaid or underrated your fantasy football team, or fantasy football. Let's go. I think that was a bit someone threw at you, so that was a dig. So
Yeah.
fantasy
That was
football
good.
as a whole.
As a whole is I'm gonna go with unpaid as well. Just like me and my buddies, we've been doing this since college, and it's just we have a group chat. We chat all year round, and it started off as a fantasy football league. So it's just one of those things where you have that group of buddies just doing that. And just to throw it back at my buddy, I have won a championship, so he can go ahead and eat that.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Let's see.
You got lots, man. You got lots.
No, I know. Unpaid or underrated Facebook Marketplace.
Oh, I'm going to ride the line on both this
Yeah,
because it is both unpaid and underrated.
That's
Because you will find the hell of a deal. It's very unpaid when people don't answer you or you're trying to sell something and they say they're going to show up and they don't, and you're wasting a whole Saturday waiting on someone to come pick up something. So frustrating, but is very much underrated when you find that steal of a deal. Like I got a Texas Power Bar for $100.
nice.
I got
Oh yeah, that was you.
200. Oh yeah. Was it 4 45-pound plates for $100? I mean, it's when you find the deals, those are great, but it's just dealing with the bullshit most of the time.
Could have said it better. That's kind of how it is. Yeah, you do have to take you do have to take the good with the bad, and I think you almost still have to call it underrated because it's still better than I don't know, like Craigslist was horrible, but like there was less interaction. So like you didn't get a million like accidental is this available because they just clicked on the link. No, they're not actually asking you is it available. They just fat thumbed the fucking ad and it's just
Or they're a bot.
Yeah. I do no Craigslist. I did get a lot of fake text, but if you just have it set up to where it only goes through your email, then it's like you're only as inconvenienced as you are looking at a couple emails versus Marketplace, which is just constantly fucking ding 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 ding. So yeah,
Well, that's
so
the
I
thing,
mean,
like,
at the end of the day, though, you can't ride the line. So I do need unpaid or underrated as a whole. I know it's tough.
Let's go with underrated, just because you will find the good stuff. If people just would come pick up their shit when they say they're going to.
I've kind of learned that if it's like under 100, like I don't know, $100, $50, I'm porch pickup in that. Like, I'm not going to give you my address until you tell me you're on your way, and you're either going to Venmo me or you're going to leave the money in the mailbox. I'm not talking to you. Like, if it's like if I can look at your profile and I know you're into home gyms and like I know we'll vibe, like maybe, but like if you tell me you can't come till 9 o'clock or something, no, it's gonna be porch pickup. Leave the money in the mailbox. Fuck off. Like, and if you ghost me, that's fine. And if you steal it from me, I don't even care because it's not worth me even talking to you. So anything
Wow.
under $100, I just fucking porch pickup.
The dink life. The dink life.
Mm-hmm.
Steal it from me. I don't care.
It's not worth the fucking. Also, my wife goes to bed at 7 o'clock at night, so I can't have people come
Oh,
over
yeah.
to the
Also,
house at
leave me
8 o'clock
alone. Yeah.
ringing the doorbell. So it's more of the how do I not disturb my wife?
Yeah, we've been selling a lot of our kids' toys lately, and it's a nightmare every time you post something on there. 'Cause you get 50, is this available? And only like 5 people respond back after you say yes.
Yeah. I
because
got to the
they're
point where I just
fake
started
ads.
donating them. Like,
Yeah.
I just didn't want to deal with that shit. I was like, you know what? I'd rather some kid that can't afford this gets this than this fucking asshole on
Yeah.
Facebook. Yeah. Pardon my language.
That's what I got.
Why don't you do one more to recover from the riding the line?
All right. Um, Unpaid or underrated male stripping.
Um,
Is there a story there, or is this another buddy screwing with you?
no, it's not that. Mine even came from my wife.
Okay.
I was, obviously very cocky when I was younger. So there was a lot of times where I would be, quote unquote, a male stripper at different events. Um, and I'll go ahead and say it is underrated.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
So were you the Patrick Swayze or the Chris Farley to call back to Chris
Oh, it
Farley?
was definitely Chris Farley. Yeah,
Okay.
definitely. Yeah, yeah. Got
If anyone's if she doesn't know that reference, she's too young for you, bro.
yeah, yeah. I can't say it was always the prettiest.
Well, that's why we're crew, buddy.
Okay. My turn, I guess.
Yep.
Unpaid or underrated? My name got dropped on this one. Apple products.
Oh, definitely unpaid. I have Apple products for work. I don't like them, and for personal reasons, I use Android. I love my Android, but my work it gave me iPad, iPhone. I love how they sync up together, but I just don't like using any of the apps besides the ones I have to use for work. I don't like it. I don't like the interface.
Fair, fair. Secret. It doesn't bother me.
Oh,
Yeah, I was in the industry long enough to know that they all do the same thing. Whatever you prefer is the best for you.
no.
Unpaid or underrated lifting music.
I'm going to have to say underrated. I mean, you got to have some kind of lifting music going on. I can't listen to podcasts and lift, but it does not have to be hardcore metal or anything like that. I'm good with a little Moulin Rouge, rock out some Christina Aguilera or Celine Dion. So pretty much anything that runs the gambit, I can listen to. It just depends on the mood I'm in. If I want to do a little dance party or something like that.
What's your current PR song?
Um, that also changes depending on the mood. But I have PR'd to My Heart Will Go On.
Of
I have
course.
PR'd to Moulin Rouge. So those are their stand up.
Relevant. Have you heard?
And also, and I Will Always Love You, Whitney Houston. When that beat drops,
Yeah.
that's a hell of a time to deadlift.
Yeah. Now there's a version I saw. I don't know if you guys know who Puddles the Clown is.
Puddles of Mud?
Okay, so Puddles the Clown, he opened for Weird Al when I saw him. He's been on America's Got Talent. He did a version, weirdly, of My Heart Will Go On set to Metallica. And it synced up fucking perfectly. So if you can find that anywhere in your life, I encourage you to listen to that. Okay.
There's also been a bunch of new AI songs that have come out there, like the rock versions of different music. They're good go-tos. So anything from NSYNC or Backstreet Boys, there's a rock version of that. Those are on fire right now.
That was on here as well. Listening
Oh,
to
okay.
boy bands while training. I won't do that one. Unpaid or underrated tomatoes.
Oh, those are terrible. Definitely unpaid.
Even
Anything tomato.
even heirloom tomatoes. You don't like those?
Tomatoes are just gross in general. I love ketchup. I love barbecue sauce, marinara, any kind of sauce with a tomato. Great. Tomatoes themselves, fucking disgusting.
There's
Wow.
not. There's not. Wait, am I stupid? Is there barbecue? Is there ketchup? Sorry, is there tomatoes and fucking
Is there
barbecue
ketchup?
sauce?
Is there tomatoes
no.
and ketchup?
He referenced barbecue sauce and tomatoes. Is that a thing? Are there tomatoes and barbecue sauce?
No.
I didn't
Maybe.
think so. I
Maybe.
Don't they have tomato paste?
I don't fucking know. I'm
Well, they
asking
might.
sincerely. I'm not trying to mock you. Like That's why I
Yeah,
said
right.
it. Am I stupid? Like I
Yeah,
don't.
we're
know.
not big barbecue sauce over here. We don't.
I don't know. Is Brad here? He'll tell us.
Yeah.
Set up
Interesting.
for us, Brad.
Is Gary
Sauces
here?
with tomato are
That's
fine.
who I meant. It's the same person.
Tomatoes,
No,
gross.
Gary's out. Brad is actually.
No, that Brad is Gary. That's twice you fucking got.
Damn it!
You don't know.
I actually had to open up the guest list to see who
I
was
had
here.
to see who it was.
There he is. Yeah. So yes, there is tomatoes in barbecue sauce. There you
Let-
go.
let
Our fact checker is here. Thank you so much, Big Gary.
tomato paste or sauce. Okay, forms the backbone of the sauce. Okay, you are big Brian. I take back my. I wasn't trying to insult you. I literally said, "Am I stupid?" Because I don't. I
No.
wouldn't think of because barbecue sauce is so tangy. I wouldn't think of tomato. I would never think of a tomato when I ate barbecue. Now I'm going to have a completely different outlook when I eat barbecue sauce.
It's gonna add it to his macros. There's tomatoes in this. It's like
The
we have
more
a
you know.
it's like we have a secondary on-air producer. That's what I fucking love about Big Gary being on here the whole time. Is that like we can just it's like the Joe Rogan thing. I've said it before. Like you just don't pull this up for us. Pull this up for us. And then I have one last one. Please feel free to tell me to fuck off on this one. Unpaid or underrated, recovering from a stroke.
Oh, hmm. Let's go with underrated on that one. So I had a stroke in May of 2020. So with everything going on, that was super fun.
Legitimately.
Mhm.
Yeah. So luckily, so we'll go back a little bit for this story. Woke up with what I thought was a pinched nerve. So I had a really bad headache and things just felt a little off. Went the whole entire day just, I'd stumble through the house, things like that, just thinking it was a bad pinched nerve. Waited till the next day and my face started drooping. I stopped feeling in my right hand before I finally went to the doctor. Luckily, they were able to give me all the stuff they needed to help to reverse a lot of the side effects. So I don't have as much of a face droop or anything like that. Didn't have any speech issues or walking issues after the treatment, but they told me that I was not allowed to lift anything over 10 pounds, including my children. And that
no.
pretty much broke me because I had a 1-year-old at the time.
Yeah.
And about a week after I got out of the hospital, I started just walking up and down my driveway, doing body weight push-ups at an incline because I couldn't even do 10 of those. Just started training right away because that wasn't going to work. And after about 3 months, they released me, said everything was good to go, and competed in a strongman competition that September. So
Jesus.
it was just I wanted to get back to where I was, but it was pretty much just say if you feel like something is off, don't be a dumbass and try to tough it out. Go to the doctor.
It's fair.
Thank you for that. Thank you for sharing that. Thank you for not again telling me not to fuck off. I saved that one on purpose because that's huge. And knowing that your kids are the reason to push that next. No, I'm going to do that. That means a lot, man. Thank you.
No problem. I have no problem talking about that because it's one of the things where you're 35 years old, you don't think you're going to have a stroke, and then you have a stroke. So you can always recover if you push hard enough.
So we have this
Very
game we like to play.
Yeah, I know, right?
I saved it for the last because I am a dick.
I do have to hit you with some affiliates though, real quick, ladies and gentlemen. So we got Barbell Rescue, Home Gym Con, Freedom Fitness Equipment, and apparel from the Strength Co. Code Unpaid at all of our friends' websites. Help save you a little bit of money. Check those out. And then Big Ryan, do you have anything else? You had some questions for us, right?
I do.
Let's hit.
So-
We're into that segment.
All right. So if there was ever a biographical movie made about the life and times of Joey and Keith, what actors would play you? And if you need to pick different actors for different periods of your life, you can do that. But who would you pick as your actors?
I'd have to go. I don't know. As a kid, I was always told I look like Adam Sandler. I don't know how much I look like that now because it was back when I had actually grew my hair out and I had a little really curly-ish hair like him kind of. So I think I'd have to go Adam Sandler. I don't know that I've necessarily looked like him, but I've been told that a lot throughout my life. And I don't know. He's a little bit of a wise ass. I consider myself funny adjacent. As far as thinking of younger, I don't know any younger. I couldn't name an actor under 30 or probably, so I couldn't say this will play my teenage Keith. Maybe I could probably think of an older person, but I don't know. I think Sandler could play a solid 30-year span of my life. That's a tough question though. If I didn't have that as a kid, being told that, I wouldn't know who I look like. Other than that guy from that Western movie that I got tagged in a couple times that gets shot as a background extra in there's a Clint Eastwood movie or something where a guy just gets shot for half a second and it's exactly looks just fucking like me and it's creepy as shit. So that guy, I guess, if Adam Sandler's busy.
I would say for my early years up until I was about, what am I, 41 now, till about 32, Ezra Miller. Because I was a piece of shit. And then had a bit of a self-reflection time where I tried to learn to be a better person. Started growing a beard and just trying to be a safer place as a man for the people around me. God, who would play that guy? It would probably be Tom Hanks. If I'm going to be honest with you. Because he played Mr. Rogers, and there was a point in my life, there still is a point right now where I will look a man straight in the face and go, Mr. Rogers is not proud of you. And to me, that is a slap in the face to somebody our age.
Oh yeah.
Mr. Rogers would not be proud of you for those actions. And so I would have to say, yeah, maybe Tom Hanks, if he could pull off being short and ugly with a long beard. Maybe Hugh Jackman, because they just made him. Maybe, but
Right.
yeah, that might be too much insight into my life. I don't know if we'll cut that part, but
You're good, man.
but yeah,
vulnerable has been not a bad thing.
there is that aspect where there's two very different versions of me. And my wife was fortunate enough to see that both versions of me grow from the one I was to the man I wanted to become.
Well, she's probably the reason for a lot of that too, I'd imagine.
Very much the same. Yeah.
No. I had to become a man worthy of love in order to meet her. And I did. And it took a lot of work, a lot of self-reflection, and a lot of mistakes, and a lot of hurt people, including myself. So, yeah, I would say at the end of my life, it's probably going to be Tom Hanks.
Now we have a game we want to play.
My wife met me when I was a very cocky asshole too. So
thank you, because it's all of us, right? We're raised as men to be that way because we think that's the way we got to be. This is the bravado. This is the man. And then suddenly you're just it's not working. I'm unhappy. I'm still not doing the things I think should work. And then you suddenly self-reflect and go, well, what if this works? What if I just stop being that guy and become a better person? And yeah,
I'm still an asshole, but
well, me too. But God, me and Joey comes out. My new job, me and Joey comes out a little more often than he should, and it's just two of my coworkers have now learned to watch my facial expressions. And it happened today where somebody just said something that I found so offensive that I like went stone faced, and my one coworker looked at, pointed, and went, "I can see it. You're holding back." And I was like, "I am. I am. I absolutely am," because I just wanted to rip this dude apart for saying something so utterly offensive. That like again, I'm not easily offended, but my response was to say something mean to him because of the offensive thing he said. Instead, I took a bite of my sandwich and kept along my lunch.
There you go. Big Ryan, I got a
Fair
quick
enough.
question for you. So you said that you get this long running group of buddies, and I'm sure there's I'm sure it's a fair amount of ball busting in there, right?
Oh yeah,
Okay, so like,
all the time.
do your buddies legit say like, "Don't stroke out, dude," or anything like that? Like, do they play on the stroke at all? Like, no, I'm
Wow.
serious. Like,
Uh,
I bet they do. I bet a couple of them do.
oh yeah, there's usually jokes like that, and all
Okay,
of us have had something go on that we usually play a joke on. But when we get together, it's always how's everything going? How's your
nice.
health?
So it's more
We'll
of an
we'll ask
yeah.
each other, but then it's still being assholes to each other.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So
I just
typical guy
hanging out
stuff.
with the strongman crew at some of the more vulgar interactions I've had, so I could kind of like I could see some of your buddies kind of after years after it's ever obviously once your health is on the up and up, them kind of just pulling that out of their pocket every now and then just because I
Uh,
see it firsthand like friends that have pretty serious health issues and it's a topic of the poking, but like not in a fucked. I mean, I don't know. From the outside view, it probably is a fucked up way. I don't usually partake in it too much, but sometimes. But I don't know. Dudes are just assholes. So
it's all good fun.
yep, yeah. If
Mr.
I
Swim
did
just got
if I
about it.
hated you, I wouldn't make fun of you. Like that's
Yeah.
kind of like in my mind, like if I truly hated you, I'd fucking just ignore you as a human. Like I wouldn't interact with you.
Yeah, that stone cold silence, that face I have now learned where like
Fair.
somebody says something to me and I just stare at them. And
Yeah.
again, the guys at my work go, "Oh, that's it. That's the one. Don't get that face from him."
Yep, I get that. What else you got for us, Big Ryan?
All right. So if you're talking to someone about powerlifting or lifting in general, and they say they don't squat because their knees hurt, but they leg press and they'll say 6, 7, 800 pounds, what is the proper response?
Oh no.
Honestly, like if people tell me that, they're not people that am close enough friends with to get away with saying what I would really want to say,
Yeah.
probably. Because I think I had a coworker tell me that, and I'm like, this dude hasn't lifted since he was in high school, and he wanted to tell me about how he started his high school football team and leg pressed 800 pounds or something. I was like, okay, like what you
Okay.
did and what I do is not the same. I don't I'm good. So I don't know that I've had someone that's either like a genuine lifter or someone that I would consider like someone in my circle that would ever tell me that. So I don't know what I would say. Like, I don't know anyone that would actually say that genuinely. Unless it was like some like 60-year-old dude and it was just like. But then it's like, well, that's awesome. Like, if that's all you can do, okay. Well, like, because that's the double edged sword of that is like, are they just being pussies or do they literally can't squat? I mean, I don't know. I'm sure some people can't squat because they don't understand that you could like do variations of it with safety squat bars and box squats and whatever. Sure, you want to go to the gym and do a leg press because that's easy. You're doing something, so that's better than nothing. So I'd probably just tell them that's awesome, dude. And in my heart, I would still judge them for not squatting, but it's a case by case scenario, and I guess their physical capability.
Yep. In an exact opposite of response of everything I just said. Somebody at my old work once turned to me and said, "How much do you leg press?" And I went, "I don't leg press. I'm not a bitch."
There it is.
Yeah. I squat like a fucking normal person. Um, so when I did leg press, it was double or triple my squat, but it doesn't do anything for what I'm trying to do. If it's somebody that just like wants to tell me like, "Oh, I go to the gym too," and I'm like, "Oh yeah, tell me about that," and they're like, "Oh, I leg press 600 pounds." If I'm not like close to that person or I don't care, I go, "Hey, that's awesome, man."
Yep.
And then I go, "Have you tried squatting though?" "Oh, I can't because of my knees. Oh, I can't because of this. Oh, I can't because of that." I just go, "Oh, okay. Why don't we work out together one day? Maybe I think I can help you with that." And that's it. That's all that. And naturally they're going to go, oh, no, I don't want to, like, because they choose not to squat. They can't not squat. They choose not to. So, yeah.
I did love using a
Yeah.
leg press to do like calf extensions
Yep.
or like calf presses because like with my like previously multiple broken ankle, like getting that way to like load my ankle that manner and to get that stretch on it, like I can envision that right now and like the blissful feeling of that like that stretch that I can't really replicate on any other way other than like just putting like just doing it on a leg extension.
But
Sorry,
I also,
leg press.
like, let's not pretend the leg press is useless.
Oh, it does. I mean, it's a good
Because
accessory.
when I wanted a quad pump or a calf pump, I would do the leg curl or I would do the leg press. But that was before I was like, no, I just want to be strong and squat a bunch, right? So if
But I would never
you're
even count the weight. Like it's just whatever gets you
whatever
like
was
a
hard,
pump. Like I
yeah.
wouldn't
If
like be
you're
like, oh, it's this much weight.
if your goal is to actually genuinely work the muscles to be a strong person standing up out of your chair or getting up off the floor or any of those actual functional things, you need to squat. The leg press isn't going to do that for you. But if you are genuinely just, I want my quads to look really big after I have a workout and take L-citrulline or whatever it is, yeah, the leg press has its place. But again, I don't. The new me does not shame people.
Yeah.
I just feel like that's the one thing like I'll hear is like, you say you do squat and they're like, oh, I can't do squats because my knees hurt, but I can do, this amount on a leg press for one or two. And it's like, is that really the best cue of strength there?
Yeah.
But yeah,
And are you really protecting your knees by doing that? Like, could you just lower the weight and do some squats and like maybe, work the actual muscles you need? But again, like I said, those people choose not to squat.
I just don't think I've ever in my like lifting the last 12 years of lifting, I think I've ever had anyone actually tell me that they like wanted to even talk about leg press. The only people I've had like two or three instances in my mind where it's people that like I just knew at work or casually or like family people that would talk about it, but like they weren't powerlifter, strongman, like gym rats. So I don't know if one of my good buddies wanted to start talking about it, I would mock them and ridicule them
Yeah.
incessantly though.
But you get those, it's the casuals, right? Like I used to talk about the two gyms I went to. I went to, before I started my gym, I went to the old man gym, I called it. And that was the circuit machine. There was a guy and he had his gloves on and his weightlifting belt and he would go through every machine and you'd work in with him because he was a nice enough guy. But like he would just like leg press as much as he could. But like I'm trying to squat and you'd be like, dude, just squat with me. Like I'll lower the weights. I'll take off some of the plates. You can do this too. Oh, I'm 85. You could do this too, right? Like this is the one that's actually going to help, but they're not there for that. They're there for the pump.
I think Ryan has just asked us this because he just recently got a leg press, and I think his kids must be making fun of him for it, probably.
But
I want to. I would love a hack squat. Let's not pretend.
Yeah.
Actually, I would love a pendulum squat. I would that at Los Campeones, as everybody's going to make fun of me for saying it. Los Campeones,
I just
whatever.
Call it Los now. I'm afraid.
Yeah.
We'll get canceled.
I had never at one plate had a pump as much as I did from that one pendulum squat. And then I was like, this is the best feeling, right? I think there's a bodybuilder somewhere inside me that wants to come out. But I don't want to count macros because that sounds like way too much pain, too much work. So
that's my youngest when he went back to school after he did his powerlifting competition. A bunch of his buddies knew it, so they were all hyped up for him. And he came home a little frustrated because one of his friends was like, "Oh yeah, I can squat, or I can do a whole bunch more weight with this. I can bench press more than you." So I told him, "Your best bet is just look at him in the face and go,
mm-hmm.
That's great.
Yep,
that's the best answer you can give them."
Yeah, don't engage because they want you to like just be all excited for them. It's just like
anytime you want to come over, I would love to help you do that. Yep, one guy at my work, same thing. He was like, oh, I went to the gym the other day and I put, how much is it when you put 345s on the bar? And I'm like, that's 315. He's like, yeah, I just did 10 of those for as many reps or as many sets as I could. And I'm like, no, you didn't. Like, I'm sorry, on squats. I'm like, no, you didn't. And he's like, oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Like, I think I did like 6 reps until I couldn't do any more. And I was like, no, you didn't. Like, I don't believe you at this rate. That's 315 for 10 reps. And you're telling me you did 60 reps? Like, no, you didn't. But what I said was, oh, awesome, man. Anytime you want to come over, I've got a gym in my house. I'd love to work out with you. Right? Like that's a good call.
All right, Joey, this one's for you.
Hit me.
FMK,
Mm.
Dudley boys, Edge and Christian, Hardy boys.
God, I had my era with both. We're gonna F the Hardys.
Well,
Well, I'm not even going to include
Matt and Jeff. Is that what their
yeah,
names were?
yep.
I haven't said those names probably in 20 years.
Because at the time, like I said, I was a goth kid. That's already come up once on here.
Yeah, I figured
so
that would
like
be up
that
your
was
alley.
my jam, my jam. So
Big Lita fan.
we're gonna F with those because that high flying crazy attitude was top tier. I've been an Edge fan since Edge debuted. And I was actually at the event where Christian debuted in Hamilton. So I'm going to probably marry Edge and Christian because there is no better thing than the 5-second pose. Unfortunately, I have to kill the greatest tag team of all time, which is the Dudley Boys, who I have been following since the ECW days.
Bubba Ray and what else was the other guys?
Devon.
Dudley.
That's
Oh,
what I thought. I want to
Now-
say Z-Bomb. Like that's
Now the thing about them is like there's never been a more heated tag team than them. They used to get followed out of the building and like bottles thrown at them because Bubba Ray Dudley is one of the most offensive men you have ever seen. So back in the ECW days, he was so mean and so chirpy, but he wasn't even one of the original Dudleys. The Dudleys existed before those guys. And then they joined, and then the rest of them fell off, and then they became the Dudleys because it was this whole like inbred family from wherever they were from family thing. So unfortunately, I have to kill the Dudleys as much as I don't want to because they really are the best. But like personally, I followed Edge and Christian and the Hardys a little more.
Fair
Sounded
enough.
like it was a fair FMK considering what we gave him earlier.
Yeah. And considering that, like, I still say delete. Like, the Matt Hardy of the future is almost better than the Matt Hardy from the Hardy Boys. I mean, you got the delete. That guy, like, he became awesome. Then he joined Bray Wyatt, the deleter of worlds, which you know I was a fan of. I had the shirt somewhere. So,
Keith,
Yes, sir.
another FMK.
Okay.
The color orange, a safety squat bar, and knowing the weights at a strongman competition.
got him.
I think I'd
So
I think
mean.
I'll kill the SSB solely because I can do a Mars bar now. Yeah, I guess I'll fuck knowing the weights of a competition, knowing the strongman weights, because that you could interpret that either way. Like that's like, yeah, I mean, no, that's like I need to know so I can train for it because you just get strong. It's like no, I need to go into it with some vague idea that I'm not just gonna zero because if I'm gonna fucking zero, I'm just not gonna go, and that's stupid. So I want to know what my weights are, at least on like 3/4 of the events. It's like unsafe to not, and then. Yeah, I guess I'll marry orange. I'll take that home every day if I got to embrace the orange.
Keith,
Fair enough.
genuine question. You got a strongman competition that has all your favorite events, but you know you're going to zero.
Yeah, I'm not.
Let's not even say zero. You know you're going to become last place. Not even
I
zero.
already come in last place at every competition I do for the most part. No, if you can't go out and at least do like a rep or finish or get like feet if it's a measurable thing, it's not until you've done a strongman show, you don't have as much, you can't like, because you'd have to do novice or lightweight, and then you're like, oh, I can't do these weights, but I want to be a strongman, but I can't. It's really fucking hard. Like, it sucks. It is. So that's why I'm glad that there are, like, if you have an opportunity to compete and they actually have a master's class that's pretty lighter, like Jake's doing, and like a lot of my local shows are doing, or like Dan in Syracuse is doing an intermediate class now too, which is like more than novice but less than open. So it's just it's cool when meet directors understand that, like, yo, not everyone doing strongman can fucking like deadlift 600 pounds and squat 500 pounds and bench press 300 pounds. Like, there's dudes that are out there, like, they can barely they can overhead press 200 pounds. And that's like the bottom end of what you have to do a lot of these shows. Like, I'm at like the bottom end strength of what I have to do to like be able to still do strongman. And I'm glad that I'm at least at that level, because if I was any weaker, like, I literally couldn't compete in the sport that I've found enjoyment of the last 2 years.
And
It's
that's
not
what
that
I
I'm
that's all I was going to ask was like, are the events the fun thing for you, or is the competition placing for the fun thing for
no, I
you?
don't care what I'm gonna like. I don't want to like. I'm not gonna win. Like, I won my competition, yeah, last week because I fucking the other guy didn't compete. But like, it's to me, it's not like I don't care. I care if I can, I want to be able to do at least three-quarter of the events. I don't care if I'm last in every one of them. Like, if it's a deadlift for reps and I get one rep and the other guy got 10, that one rep was still probably a PR for me, and that's fucking awesome.
Perfect.
Like,
Okay.
the other day, like, I did a double at 450 on the axle, and that was fucking amazing because that was like a 20-pound PR and I doubled it. If the other guy was competing, he probably would have done it for 10, because like the guy who was supposed to be in my class and buddies with him, like, he tweaked his bicep or something, so he could only do a couple of the events, so he just didn't do the competition. But I know he still could have deadlifted like that weight for like a dozen reps, but I wouldn't have cared because I still PR'd. So I don't really care who I compete against. Like, there's like 8 people in the masters class. There's a 90% chance I'm gonna finish last in like every event, and I'm cool with that as long as I don't zero anything or only zero one event. Like, I'm fine with that. Like, I don't care how I stack up against other people because I'm not doing this for them. I'm doing it for me.
So,
I just
so
want to be able to do the lifts.
so just a quick question, because you said until you compete, you don't know. Let's just say I decide to join a competition and I
Mhm.
zero every event. Did I still compete?
Yeah.
Okay.
But you don't care, I don't think, as much as I would. Like,
Yeah.
you'd be like, oh, I tried, I did it, but I would like be annoyed because I don't know. I want to still do well, but I want to do well for me, not necessarily like you know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
I'm just asking
Okay.
because I do want to do a strongman at some point,
It's fun.
but I'm
I
also the
support.
weakest I have ever been.
And that's the hard part with strongman. It's only scalable to a certain point. Like,
Yeah.
if you can't do the novice weights and strongman, like, that's the
Either
thing too.
don't
Like,
or
like
right?
the
Like,
the one good thing about it is at least a lot of the shows have a rising bar in some of the events. So like, but then it's like, are you going to pay $100 to go do like one lift, or you know what I mean? It's strongman's awesome, but you have to do your research. You have to, like, not everyone, like, Scans just wants to be like, oh, just be naturally strong. I'm like, well, not everyone's naturally strong, dude. And like, maybe they're naturally strong for them. Like, they're happy, they're stronger than everyone they work with, but they still might not be able to do like the novice weights at a local strongman show. Like, but
yeah.
that doesn't mean that they don't get deserve to like still do the sport, even if it's just training at home. Like, I fucking strongman's awesome. Like, I love strongman. I love people doing strongman lifts, but competing is its own thing, like its own, like it's hard sometimes if you don't have a certain strength level. Like I said, like, I'm lucky that I'm like just very barely at it. That's why I did novice for so long, because like I fucking I'm 100 pounds overweight literally, and I can't fucking do my open class ever. So like, I have to do novice, but now I'm in masters, so I'm lucky enough that the local competitions and masters weights are not out of my reach.
The one I was
Where
looking at, it had a hydrant lift. And
yeah,
the
it's probably
hydrant,
like 200 plus pounds.
yeah, and like, okay, but like I have to do the same weight as a guy that weighs 250 pounds more than me.
Yeah. Not
And
everything is scalable.
like I wasn't that's part of the reason I was very hesitant to show up. Like that hydrant weighs more than me by almost double. I'm not amped about showing up for that, but at the same time, like I don't want to never compete,
Mm-hmm.
right? So
Novice lift hard, live easy. You'd probably be able to hit most of those. I'm not saying you have to come out
yeah,
there,
but
I
I
mean,
also
like,
have to
you
fly
have to do.
across the
Yeah, no.
continent
But
to
I'm
do
saying
it.
like every strong. That's what I'm getting at is like every strongman promoter has a completely different way of looking at it. The guys that are like really strong and don't really give a fuck about novice and like lightweights, like they're gonna be probably too heavy for a lot of people. And then that works for the people that are fucking like really strong and total 1,500 pounds and can transition to strongman. But there's a lot of dudes that total like 1,000 to 1,200 pounds that like would barely be able to do novice weights and maybe not do novice weights in strongman. So it's not as easy as a transition as a lot of the old timers want to preach to as it is. So that's why I probably did novice for fucking 2 years because I had no other choice because it was either do novice or not compete in strongman. And I had the itch and the bug. So I'd love to see you do a stro. I can send me links to stuff and I can tell you what would work and wouldn't work for you. And then it's a matter of like, do you want to drive 3 hours? Do you want to do something local? You don't have so many. Like, I'm spoiled that I could do like 12 different strongman shows and only drive a fucking 2 hours and like compete all year. But I'm just gonna do the ones 10 minutes away and the ones in South Dakota.
Yeah, there's only about two around me, and one of those was the hydrant lift that I was just like, I don't think I want to do a hydrant lift because it sounds like it's not a scalable hydrant. You don't have a 100, 150,
Yep.
200, 250 pound hydrant. You have one hydrant, and I'm
Yep.
now competing against all the guys that can do that.
But if that's was that one of like what were the other 3 or 4 events? Like were they scalable to something you think you could do?
I'll double check on that because
Because
the dude's a barefoot affiliate, so like I can just message him if I have to. So
okay, because I mean, don't be afraid to not. I mean, there's there's people that aren't going to do the tire flip in South Dakota. You know, they're just there's things people just won't do in competition. Like I
Mhm.
didn't do the sled fucking thing, and I got shit for that, but I don't care. I put my safety upon first on that one. So I don't know, and it's really it's you against yourself. As much as people want to say they're like, I mean, they want to compete and win and everything. It's like I don't know, strongman for me. It's I don't care if I come in last in every competition I ever do. It's just fun as long as I don't zero on everything.
I've
If
competed at a show where I zeroed 4 of the 5, and the only
okay,
reason I got the 1 point was because it was a rising bar
yep,
deadlift, and I took that. But
yep.
it was a not a higher level show, but I knew there were some pretty good middleweight guys there just to see how I stack up, and I did not stack up.
Yeah, that's so you get exactly what we're talking about. It's
Yeah.
you've done different shows with different directors probably, and you're like, oh, this one's a little more accurate to what a 40-year-old dude like me should be able to lift.
Yeah. But
J-
I
just
was
let
still glad I did it just to see, I know these guys are going to be, well, two of them are pro that I end up, they weren't pro
Sure.
at the time, but just see where I was competing at. And yeah, they were way, way stronger than I am. So still cool.
just lift rocks. Let's just all just go out in the woods,
I
lift
do have
rocks.
rocks. I have fucking rock. Jake keeps I every time he does post anything rock related, I think like I know me personally and I'm sure several other people like just like send him rocks like in Instagram like because that's the mystery event. Um I personally think it's going to be a some kind of stone to shoulder, like a natural stone to shoulder. He's already said it won't be, but like he's probably told every person that's made a guess it won't be that. So like it is what it is. But yeah, I feel like the longer I'm into it, the less stressed I'm about it too. Like me a year ago would have been like, oh my God, what's this mystery event? Now I'm like, I don't care. Like I know I can pick up a natural stone. I know I can pick up an atlas stone. I can lap them. I can chest them. I can go over. Like I can do some. I've got a little bit of experience with everything stone related because I'm lucky to have this gym that I go to, and I've done a little bit of everything. So like, whatever.
What's the heaviest natural stone you lifted?
Not very. I don't know. Under 200 pounds probably. I don't know.
Natural stones are a
Yeah, I
different problem.
don't know. I mean, definitely under 200, but I look it up. I know I've carried one,
It's not that.
but it's all a matter of the like you could carry one stone that's 200 pounds and shaped a certain way, but you might not be able to carry a stone that's 160 pounds shaped
Yeah.
another way probably. So
Yeah.
it's like it's so subjective of how much a rock. But they're fun.
That is all I have.
Well,
was a
that went
blast.
on forever. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I like
That was
strongman.
good. It was good.
I didn't want it to come across. I wasn't trying to attack you for not doing a show, but I just,
Eh.
strongman is it's worth doing. But it's also it's hard to find where you can fit in it.
I think it also took me 3 years to do my first powerlifting competition, right? Because I just wasn't sure. And I'm definitely not doing it at 143 pounds. Let's.
Yeah, yeah. And you were joking about counting macros. Like you probably should start counting macros
Yeah,
to
I know.
try to get back up to 160, dude. Like you got to start getting
Yeah.
your 150 grams of protein and like 300 carbs or something in every
Oh,
day to
that's on the
get
table.
back up.
Once I dropped down to 155, I was like, this is a problem.
Yeah,
And my
you
wife
should be
started
at least.
hard boiling eggs to send to work with me just so I could
Nice.
eat eggs throughout the day to get
There you
through.
go.
Yeah, at least get back to 160.
I don't know how you're still eating eggs after Saturday.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, those were different eggs. I think it was the mayonnaise that did me in on that one.
Still,
And that was
still.
I still like,
it was the
dude, you
funny
ate
thing. She woke
you ate
up
like
Sunday.
5-day-old deviled eggs, man.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing about deviled eggs, man. They're the best.
Well, yeah, but like, how's your
Mm,
asshole feel
But
after that? That's gotta hurt so
asshole was fine. The
Okay.
rest of my body was not.
Uh,
But no, she woke up and she goes, "So you need to eat." And I'm like sitting on the like imagine like the crypt keeper just like sitting frail and sad. And she's like,
I could see you.
"I want to make you a toad in the hole, but I think you might be afraid of eggs." And I was like, "Give me protein." And she was like, "Okay, okay." So we had some toad in the hole, which is, do you know what toad in the hole is?
Is that the piece of bread with an egg in it or something?
Yeah, yeah, and then like a side of avocado. I was just like, all the
Okay.
protein you can give me, please.
I had the best omelet a couple weeks ago. It was a chicken omelet, which I've had chicken omelets before. So instead of like, instead of bacon or sausage, it's just, it's chicken. But then it had like huge chunks of avocado on top of it too. I'm like outside of like the shit ton of butter they had on it. It was a very healthy omelet. I was very impressed with it.
I used to hate avocado with a damn passion. It
Yeah,
just tasted like mucus to me. And then I read the nutrients,
yeah.
and then I was like, oh, they're so good for you. How can you turn down an avocado knowing how good it is for you? You ever had a farmer's omelet? Do you guys have those down there in the States?
I think that's just like a loaded one, like a meat lovers, isn't it? Or what are you talking about?
Yeah, it's like they do bacon, sausage, onions, all the peppers, and cheese. Oh, yeah, damn. There's only like 3 places around me that make those.
Quick, very, very quick story, and then we'll probably wrap this up. So
I know Ryan looks bored. Sorry,
I know.
Ryan.
We were talking about
No, you're good.
avocados, and it was seasonal. So, my wife, we've had the
I'll
same,
have.
we've had the same cutlery for literally since she was in high, like our entire life. She sold Cutco in high school or like for freshman year of college or
Yep.
something. So like she always had the market, the pyramid scheme. So she had to buy her own shit. So we've had that kit in our kitchen for our entire life together. And there was like one, like her favorite knife that she uses for everything, and she literally had it for 20 plus years. And like 6 months ago, she told me she accused me of losing it. She accused us of basically throwing it away accidentally at home. And then like a couple weeks later, she finally remembered. It was like, oh no, I took the knife to work to cut up an avocado, and I must have thrown it away at work. So she threw away like our one really good knife for that particular thing. So and I was like, okay, cool. So in my mind, I was like, I'm gonna buy her that for Christmas as a replacement gift, and it's gonna be the best present ever. And sure enough, she laughed and she was very happy, and it was like $100 knife, so it was a big part of her Christmas or whatever. But I was just funny little story that we basically replaced it with the identical knife. I didn't find something close, like the exact same like thing. The same color bone handle and everything. So, and we kept the sheath or scabbard, according to Tanner, that the knife came in because the new one didn't have a sheath. So, like, we still have the exact same sheath that it came in 20 some years ago. So, funny full circle there about avocados. And with that, Big Ryan, where are we gonna find you at?
You can find me at Beer, Bourbon, and Barbells on Instagram and Big E Step on Discord.
Big Joey, where you at?
Joey_Molesco, MLECZKO, and that's it on Instagram.
Instagram, Unpaid and Underrated Podcast. We got the website, unpaidinternpodcast.com. Go over there, look up your stats, see how many episodes you've been on. Nate's got that all sorted there. You can go by episode, you can go by guest. I think there's a search feature. There's all kinds of cool stuff. We got a YouTube over there that race someone for first comment. And I'm Keith Honeycutt73 on Instagram. More importantly, go follow my Orange Gem than a wine cellar. Until then, see you next Tuesday.